At last you've arrived. Good, good. There is much to do, and every moment is critical. I'm Overseer Tremel. For decades, I've administered the trials that prove who is and is not worthy to join the Sith Order. The trials are a chance to weed out the weak. Those who face them either survive and become Sith, or die.
Well, I know which option I'm going to be taking.
I think I'll take the first option.
I didn't bring you here for levity.
Well, you're getting it anyways.
Yes, you are here and ahead of schedule because of me. I expect you to obey.
Not likely.
You face your trials, you serve me, and I will make you the most powerful acolyte here.
That sounds like a line, and one I was expecting, which makes you dull already. I'm not buying into this.
Why am I skeptical?
Have a critical edge, but recognize who is on your side. The trials themselves are difficult enough, but they are hardly the greatest threat you face. There's an acolyte here named Vemrin. He's your enemy, and he will try to kill you. We must prepare you.
Try is the key word there. He'll try, he'll fail, and he'll end up dead like the rest of them.
Let him try. I'll destroy him.
With my guidance, someday you'll destroy all your enemies. That practice sword you've arrived with is insufficient. The blade of lesser acolytes. You need a dominating weapon. In the tomb of Ajunta Paul, there's an old armory. A strong Sith war blade awaits you there. The tomb is thick with claw slugs. Deadly savage creatures. Be speedy but careful. They've been the end of many an acolyte.
Well, it sounds like I have something in common with them, doesn't it?
Then I'll have something in common with the beasts.
Once you acquire the war blade, I suggest you spend some time in the tomb bloodying it. Then come to me in my chambers in the academy.
So where on earth is this armory? Down here? There should be I was given a map, wasn't I? Alright, down there and around. Fantastic. The quicker I get this over with, the quicker I can just move on. Maybe get a nap. I haven't had one of those in a while. Do Sith nap? I mean, this Sith does, but do Sith normally nap? Are they too busy plotting, trying to kill everybody all the time? Sounds dreadfully boring. Naps are fun. Am I going this way? Really? They think that that's going to stop somebody, as that acolyte just proved. It didn't really look that menacing. Aha! I think I found where I was going. Alright. Let's see what this armory has to offer. It's not really an armory, is it? It's more like a tomb. Eh, it's okay. Nothing really special. I was expecting something a little bit more dramatic. I really was. I was definitely expecting a little bit more flair, a little bit more dramatic. I mean, we are in some kind of ancient Sith tomb of sorts, aren't we? It's okay. The balance is okay. I mean, that warblade is nothing to talk about. And they only gave me one, and I used two. Has Tremel lost his mind? Alright, that's assuming he had one to begin with. Oh? Really? Droids? This is the best that this tomb has to offer as far as bloodying my weapon goes? Really? Oh, that's disappointing. What I think I've come to the conclusion on is that, so far at least, the Sith Academy is a whole bunch of just disappointing. Huh. I don't really know what I expected, though. Are you guys gonna pop out too? Yes, of course you are. Predictable. Alright. Well, let's just end all of you now. You're gone, and you? Thank you, and you. Aha. Well, this is starting to look a bit more academy Inspired? Oh, well, hello. Look at all this. Huh. This could be fun. I think this way, was it? I think I still have my map out. Yes, okay.
Hey there, Acolyte. Hold on a moment. Let me get a look at you. So you're Overseer Tremel's secret weapon. Impressive, to be sure. Afraid the old man waited too long to make his move, though. I'm Vemrin, and unlike you, I've fought and bled for everything I have. I demand respect.
And what makes you think I too haven't fought and bled for everything that I have? And what makes you think I'd even give you respect? Ever. You can't demand respect like that. You're just boring. This is such a cliche introduction. Ugh. Vemrin. You're already lacking.
You don't want to make me angry, Vemrin.
Believe it or not, I'm trying to keep you from getting killed. If Overseer Tremel had made his move a year ago when I first arrived, you might have had a chance. But now, too little, too late.
This is ridiculous, Vemrin. Let's just kill her and hide the body.
We're not on Balmora anymore, Dolgus. There are rules, traditions. We'll leave the shortcuts to Overseer Tremel and his last pathetic hope here.
Oh, Vemrin. Could you just for a moment try to be original in your threatening manner? I mean, just these threats, they're boring. I've heard them so many times before. And you just keep kind of repeating the same theme, and I'm bored now. So, listen, just prepare just to be annihilated. You come at me again, and I will end you. As a heads up.
I'm going to take what's yours, and then I'm going to kill you.
You have no idea the enemy you're making. Coming, Dolgus?
Be right there, Vemrin. Listen to me, you useless priss. Acolytes aren't allowed to murder each other. But accidents happen. It isn't murder without witnesses. No more warnings. Vemrin's the alpha monster here. You go after Vemrin, you die.
Vemrin's the alpha monster? Honestly, that's what's considered the alpha monster around here? Really? There's nothing more terrifying than Vemrin and his vague threats and his lackey who can barely string a sentence together? Oh, this place continues to be disappointing. I was hoping for somewhat of a challenge, but I mean, here we are. Alright, let's go see what Tremel wanted now. Tremel! You rang?
Good. You've returned. You seem to be in one piece. Tell me, how do you like your new blade?
I'm not using it. Have you seen the swords that I have on my back? Not to mention it was a single blade and I used two. I mean, it'll do, but I'm not using it.
I suppose this is sufficient.
What are you doing, Father? I only just got my war blade and I've been here 6 months.
I have my reasons, Escala, and you will not breathe a word of this to anyone. Do you hear?
Yes. Yes, Father.
Acolyte, this is Escala, my daughter. She's one of the advanced students here, on her way to becoming Sith, if she minds herself.
I'll keep quiet about your new charge, Father. But I won't be there if whatever you're planning blows up in your face.
Don't mind her, she's just sore that I'm keeping secrets. She growls, but she's loyal. Now, I thought I heard Vemrin's voice in the adjacent chamber before you arrived. Did he make his move so soon?
Is that what's considered making a move here? Is everybody here just weak and just meek and everything? That's... Oh, this place is still continuing to be disappointing. It was nothing. Literally, it was nothing.
He just introduced himself to me.
If he didn't attack, he must not fully comprehend the threat you represent. Good, good. Still, I'd hoped we'd have more time. Vemrin's not the type to sniff around for too long before trying to take a bite. In a drive for sheer numbers, the criteria for Academy admittance has been relaxed. Now anyone with Force sensitivity is allowed entrance. Vemrin is mixed blood, the invisible rot eating at the foundation of the Empire. He must not be allowed to advance.
What do you mean by mixed blood? I mean, really? Are we really gonna go down this road to attack Vemrin? There are so many other, more important things to attack Vemrin on besides his blood. Do better, Tremel. Do better. Just, ugh. I can do something about it now, though. Like, can I just take out Vemrin for an entirely different reason now? That would make me happy.
So please, just let me stop him.
Unfortunately, Vemrin's caught the eye of Darth Barris, one of the most influential Sith Lords. He's being groomed to be Barris's new apprentice. As Darth Barris's apprentice, the power at Vemrin's fingertips will be considerable. He could change the Sith for the worse. You must proceed to your next trial immediately. I want you to interrogate 3 prisoners in the Academy jails and decide their fates. Consider each criminal's story carefully. The decisions you make will be scrutinized, so let your passions guide your judgments.
What? This seems important to you? That doesn't sound acceptable at all.
Scrutinized? Who presumes to judge my actions? You?
Of course. When Darth Barris catches wind of you, it's going to be my neck on the line as much as yours. Go to the Academy prison. Speak to head jailer Nash and return to me after you've passed judgment on the prisoners.
I feel like an errand girl all of a sudden. Go judge these prisoners, Nixie. Let's hope you get the answers right, Nixie. Oh, please tell me at some point I get to shut Tremel up, too. Where on earth is this jail anyways? It's all the way... Okay, if I just follow this corridor, we should be fine. Oh, Tremel. Thinking he can tell me to go judge prisoners and then judge my actions? He barely seems qualified to judge his own actions. Is that some kind of cantina? They let everybody socialize together. Really? That seems like a terrible idea. Surprised there aren't more bloodbaths then. That's disappointing. They have a cantina where the acolytes can socialize with each other, and there aren't more bloodbaths? Once again, disappointing. Alright, you... droid, out of my way. Are we going in... Is this it? I assume so.
One more chirp from you, little bird, and you'll regret it.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ow, jerk. If you don't like that, just say so. I can do other animals too. Dire cat, frog dog, quaking monkey lizard, you name it.
You, I'm Jailer Nash. I run these cells and slave pits. You're the acolyte Tremel sent for the test, right? He thinks highly of you.
Can we just skip the pleasantries? I don't care who thinks highly of me.
Let's cut to the chase.
No skin off my rump. Now, these 3 prisoners have been transferred here for your inspection. You gotta interrogate them as needed, and then decide their fate. The convicted are usually executed, or given a trial by combat to see if they're worthy. Whatever you decide, you will be the one to carry out the sentence.
Of course, I would expect nothing less.
As it should be.
Fine. Let's get started. This one on the left.
You freaks aren't getting anything new out of me. Just do whatever you're gonna do.
Really? That's how we start this? Do you want to die? Are you asking to die right now?
Let me make this plain as day. If you don't cooperate, I will kill you.
I'm not afraid to die.
Impudent to the last. As I was saying, she was sent to kill an Imperial spy in the Yavin system. Throughout her torture, she maintained that she was hired anonymously.
Get it through your damn head! I had no idea he was Imperial, and I don't know who hired me.
So, you have no ties to the enemy?
So, you're telling me you're not a Republic assassin?
I'm not political. I work for whoever pays.
The point is, she doesn't deny the charge. So now you must decide. Execution or trial by combat. Which do you choose?
I mean, don't we need assassins in the Empire? The last I checked, you can never have enough assassins running around. So put her to work. It would be a waste to kill her, especially if she says her loyalties are to whoever's paying her. It'd be a waste.
Neither, actually. She could prove useful. Send her to Imperial intelligence.
I won't work for free.
Wouldn't expect you to.
You spared her. Interesting.
Please, I am a fellow Sith. Judge me with an open mind and grant me trial by combat, I beg you.
Who are you?
Your name, now.
This part of Waste is Davotech, once a valued Sith champion, until he botched an important mission and caused 1,000 Imperial deaths. Now look at him.
I served faithfully for 24 years. Then one mistake, and they threw me away. Now I have been left here to rot. Please, let me feel the weight of a weapon once more.
All right. Death by combat it is then. I understand that and I respect it. Give him a sword.
I will grant your wish. A warrior should die with his boots on.
My thanks, young warrior.
Huh. This should be entertaining. Well, he didn't put up much of a fight, did he?
Not really, but that wasn't the point, was it?
He died a warrior.
Ah, well, this last prisoner's a bit of a puzzle. He's called Breg, and he's a jittery little wretch, suspected of supplying forged documents to Republic agents. Strangely enough, he maintains his innocence, despite being severely tortured.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
I mean, so you're not a criminal? You were set up? But why? I mean, come on. Really, does somebody hate you that much that they would set you up so then that way you would be put here? I mean, that just doesn't sound right, does it?
Your ramblings are falling on deaf ears. Confess and the torture will stop.
Karipaka yang naya, harakam serek mera. Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
He's never wavered from that line, and the evidence is circumstantial. I suppose it's actually possible he didn't do it. So, what do you decide?
I'll just leave him in chains. Eventually he'll either confess or he'll die, and either way, we can't set him free. He knows too much at this point about, everything, considering he is here, and he's probably watched you work for a bit, and you've also worked on him, so he knows probably far too much. So, no, we're not letting him go. Just leave him in chains.
This matter is beneath me. Throw him back in his cell.
Karipaka yang naya, harakam serek mera.
Well, I guess it's back to solitary for him. Well, that's that. You're an interesting one, kid. I can see why people are keeping tabs on you. Head back to Overseer Tremel. See what he thinks of your choices.
Did he just refer to me as kid? The respect that is lacking in this building. Think it's this way back to Tremel? Well, let's have him judge my actions and not really care exactly what he says.
Is this everything?
Everything Lord Renning was able to obtain, yes.
Then run back to your master in the beast pens before I cut you in half. Sorry to make you wait, Acolyte. These interruptions are incredibly annoying. On to the business at hand, your test in the jails. First, the assassin, Solentz. She attempted to kill an Imperial spy, but was unaware of her client's affiliation. You assigned her to Imperial intelligence. I commend you. That was excellent thinking. Never waste a potential resource.
Wasn't that obvious, though? I mean, she did say, probably several times to whoever was interrogating her, that she didn't work for free and she had no affiliation, so it made sense.
Of course. The answer was obvious.
Obvious to you, but not to many who have come before you. Now, Davotech, the failed warrior, why grant his wish for a trial by combat?
Not that it's any of your business, but to honor him and his past. No warrior should die like that in a cage. I mean, if what he had said is true, which it was, that he had worked for us for 24 years, he deserved to die with a sword in his hand, not any other way.
I did it out of respect for his service. He used to be a potent warrior.
We don't have time to honor yesterday's accomplishments. Davotech was an utter waste of space. Once something is no longer useful, it should be eradicated. Remember that.
I will.
Now the forger who maintained his innocence. You refused to deal with him. Explain.
Your statement is actually inaccurate. I didn't refuse to deal with him, I dealt with him by leaving him in chains. He'll either die on his own in solitary, or he'll eventually confess, in which case he'll still die, and he can't leave us. And I just wasn't in the mood to kill him, because there would have been no sport in it. He didn't look like he'd put up any kind of a fight. So, that's it. There was just nothing to it. He wasn't worth my consideration beyond the consideration I had already given him. And I don't have to explain myself to you.
I didn't deal with him, and I'm not going to justify myself to you either.
If you plan on advancing here, you'd better drop that attitude, Acolyte.
Make me.
You left the issue in limbo. Things fall through the cracks when they're disregarded. No matter how insignificant something seems, be definitive. You must always be thinking and considering every angle. Aside from a strong and skilled sword arm, that will be what impresses Darth Barris the most. You're beginning to understand what it means to be Sith, but you're far from being able to impress Darth Barris.
If you think that I actually care about impressing anyone, most of all Darth Barris, you've got another thing coming, Trouble. The only thing I'm interested in right now is finishing up whatever it is you brought me here for and getting out.
I'm not worried about impressing Barris.
Impress him, or die. Those are really the only choices you have.
So melodramatic.
Because I forced you into the Academy ahead of schedule, Darth Barris will be predisposed to judging you severely. And by severely, I mean fatally. Now, we must hurry to your next trial. Every moment that passes, we risk discovery before we're ready. In the caverns of Marka Ragnos is the beast he left to guard his legacy. Go there, sit among the flames, and wait for the beast to come for you.
All right. Sounds simple enough.
I break beasts' necks in my sleep.
Literally.
Don't be rash. Defeating this creature will take your best effort. Return to the Valley of the Dark Lords and find the tomb of Marka Ragnos. I'll see you when the beast is slain. Good luck.
So is this where the tomb is? I assume that's what's dead ahead. Well, at least the atmosphere is still awful. Because why wouldn't it be? And to think everybody here wants to stay on this planet in one way or another. It's the home of the Sith. That's just... I don't understand. Why save this? Why? There's nothing here. Just old bones and ruins. Yes, sure, maybe a few powerful Sith and their artifacts lurk here. Sure, fun, maybe. But otherwise, it's boring. There's nothing here. The Sith, all they're doing is clinging to the past. They're not even trying to further themselves. They're trying to further whatever it was that had been done before them. Maybe the Sith should try having an original idea. Which is why I just need to become full Sith, and then I can get on my way to having my own original ideas and leaving my mark on the galaxy.